them like split up.
Now there's a different perspective on a fight. It's craggy cliffs. On the top side, we saw Ray and Meekin make it to endgame, or at least towards the later mid game. This might be a new off-spawn fight that happens. They did have Storm Search. I didn't see if they ever had points going in, so not sure if they ended up winning these off-spawn fights. With this box-to-box type of action going on, stuck all the way in the side. A double shot coming through, but it's not possible for Meekin to follow up. Ray just leaves that wall entirely, the fight entirely. Was that the right play at all?
I don't understand. They had the pinch. It was there. He came from above. They called the 1 HP, but he backs off because it's too risky for himself. But his team was there, so even if they could have gotten that trade, instead, Meekin goes down, and it's all up to Ray with no knock on the other side.
I mean, this is an isolated drop spot, though. If it's possible, if Ray gets a crack here, that individual above 150 HP now in trouble, has one of the best pump shotguns, or one of the best shotguns to be with in a clutch situation, close range. Unfortunately, though, even with an 8-round mag, he doesn't have enough bullets in the chamber to get this job done. Now with a 2-pump reload, what's happening here?
I think he alt-tabbed at the worst possible moment, but thankfully he got back in time before the nades started blowing up. Made his escape. Running out of materials now, though. He's only got 100 metal, 70 metal. Nothing left in the tank. And it's all a 50-50 Bloom fight from here on out. The only opportunity is if these guys on the other side screw up.
He might get a little bit too hungry for this play. More health than he has ammo available in some of his guns right now. Has a mini, can't pop, but that could be the difference. Never mind. 46th place, you're out.
For 1 week after they qualified, they came back and did it again. And they ended up finding a split that ended up working out. But in the grand finals, they went at it. And because they left for a week, it was Andalex and them who came out on top. Wow. Benji down to Nate.
It's the same story.
And, yeah. Well, slightly different. No, not same story.
Yeah.
What do you mean by same story?
Small decisions. And now again, Marcus taking more of the damage in the fight. Flo is surviving. Could it be another coach position? Getting a peek in, has many, chooses not to pop them and help. Now has to drop down, leaves Flois in a bad spot. No, he comes down straight with him. Will not have time to pop this med kit. This is shambles once again. These guys might not see endgame.
This might be a surge fight that ends up popping on top of this mountain because Storm Surge is active. Dang, that was a beam and a half. These guys not letting up on the W key. Flois left up above.
What did I say?
You're just talking about his comms. I'm just. I don't know what he's saying. Danish, apparently. I don't know my languages.
He knows that French, though.
Yeah, I flex it every time.
The solo retranslator. Ball the TW. It can bounce all the way back down, go towards the river type of no man's land. It's currently going to be that way as we move a little bit more north. It can then also be a town endgame where we go straight into lazy, multiple buildings, natural bills all the way around. You have to mine through, have to play around, sometimes not able to build walls. Sebi will play for the possibility of a mountain. ADN leading him on a higher mid-ground layer, saving his duel from a wall. Very fast, very smart, still expending all mats. Switching directions allows them to not only hit zone, but also relieve a lot of pressure for anyone above them, below them, looking to their lair as a target.
Man, that minigun sound on their lair, so scary, but thankfully that team decides to stop on the pressure because that could have been a lot of materials wasted. They opt to try to find a different lair where Sebi and ADN can actually just continue forward. Here comes the pad. Oh, it's going to be really short. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
wow, the blackout. That actually works out, but all windows pre-edited. He does make it through. Well played on that to get out of that situation. He immediately goes to a different box and tries to make it. And they find an escape route. They don't get together. It's a bad layer, but it's better than being dead.
Definitely alive, but I don't think they're kind of running on a plan right now. They're just trying to make sure they make it to the next placement threshold. Not looking for too many refreshes right now, but they have the mats, they have the room to play like that. Still, almost 400 total mats in Sebi's inventory, 8 zone almost locking in. No placement handed out. Actually, no, a lot of placement handed out so far. 5 total points, only 1 elim for these guys. And they're looking box to box for any type of spray. There's a white tag in zone, and Sebi gets the knock. Still moving forward. These guys have to play off of that. Can they get the refresh is the question. Do they look down? Do they look up? Many options. Sebi chooses to use that bandage cannon. Go towards, wrap around the storm. ADN can't actually catch up for the moment. There's a hill coming up forward. This is one of the possibilities the zone could go for. And now the match slow. Sebi needs this. The 200 pump. Huge damage. Big plays. ADN is still alive here too. No. Finally goes on his eye drop. Savage will still be alive at the moment. Could that be him in the storm? Not sure. Sebi with another turnaround. Could he get the siphon off of this? He does. It's off of core. He has a chance for survival.
He still has 4 bandage bazookas. He can definitely make it through, but is it going to be enough to break through these hard materials that are in zone? Is there anybody up in the box? Savage did go down in the meantime. 2 players on the backside. He places the stairs, still has some in the bandage. Oh my goodness! What is that from Sebi? A ridiculous 2 shots on the hard fight and Astro SMZ, and now the minigun coming through, but he finds a pocket full of metal.
Sebi is just better than everyone else he's looking at. If you're in his crosshair, you're not surviving. You have limited time before your run is over. And this is only game 3. We're only halfway through. The game almost ended. The edit coming through, it's not enough. It's Artur who ends up surviving. The game just ends instantly, but Sebi is the one that decimates the entire lobby.
1 pumps, that was ridiculous. We do have 1 more POV now. 2's turned to stream on. It's way delayed before, this will just give us a moment to get into that replay mode. When we're ready, I definitely want to switch into that as soon as possible because we've already seen most of this just from a different perspective, and I want to get the full context. There's that drum gun, comes into good work. Kiriachi goes down. That's Letwick again. Remember, Kiriachi was in towards that end game, but Tus and Cavado came out on top. This is the previous game's winners, and he has floppers to play with. It's not looking like a win this time. No high grounds, but still in zone. Oh, the drum gun not reloaded. Gets a couple of tags, but he's got to get to Siphon now.
He has the follow-up. It's not possible to kind of dodge there from the shot. Kiriachi ends up taking him down, ultimately in the end, off the tag.
Happened in towards the end of the game, but yes, you're right, Sebi. I don't know if he's dominated those rest of the regions, but he clearly got good enough to dominate.
Yeah.
Because what I'm seeing out of him today is a breakout performance, not necessarily something that I expected at all.
One person you can't expect greatness from is Savage. Or Mr. Savage, let me be formal there. We saw iDrop go down, I believe, to Sebi and Storm on the backside, so this is going to be an individual performance. That pocket C4 already used before. Fortunately, can't confirm, does have a lot of piece control actually towards the Storm. And it's still moving in. We switch off over to Snappy. And we saw these guys' POV right after, I believe, our last available POV in the game got eliminated from the feed. We know this game ends as well very, very fast. So you have to be looking at it, picking up exactly what's going on. Wakey now moving in towards any type of box, any type of shot. Doesn't have any mats left. The Boombo will not be able to help him over here. And it's not possible for him to get shot. No. I think this is that POV. I think that might have been Sebi in the box. This is Hardfight and Astro trying to get in. ADN goes down. This is Sebi operating on everyone. This is Raxo. Aqua actually all the way on height with a minigun. These guys might just steal the whole game.
Yeah, they definitely would. We've seen them in this position before, and they don't lose. Harkens back to the World Cup days, Stompy and Shinken in that case, and Aqua and Nyrox. When they get up in this position, they don't stop. They don't stop the pressure. They don't let anybody get any room to breathe, especially as it comes over this mountain. This is a perfect opportunity for them to close out the game. And with 4 eliminations already, this might be a rise in the leaderboards.
I mean, you have to think about it, though. If they're not getting these full elims, Sebi is the one eating up all of the points at the low ground part of the lobby. Is this a good play to stay this safe, to stay all the way up on height with these power weapons? Because you need to push your lead. The next game, you might not have the same chance. And everyone is in the same type of lobby over and over again. It's huge for them. They pick up the last 2. That's a win for Stompy and Aqua. The question was, can they perform it again?
But I saw C4 Lover in the end there. It wasn't Kubek's, but it was his, I guess, counterpart in the Polish scene. It was Raxo, so don't get that confused. They still actually end up staying on and holding on to that top 2 slots. Is this the updated? Yes, it is what I'm seeing for sure. Vado and Tus hang on to first.
Yep, 4th place though. A new challenger appears. Kiriachi and Letwick are now in the top 5. And then Sebi and ADN just off of that one game, the pop-off performance. That's how much it matters. 1/6 of just what they had to show. They're now in 5th place. Steelix and Snag get all the way up into 6. We have Kaizen and Clement now possibly finding their groove. But after 3 games, there's only 2 wins in the